Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League. Tonight we'll see the start of Group B. So 5 players in action, 10 games to bring you over the next 3.5 hours or so. Well, the action got underway bright and early Tuesday morning at 9:30 a.m. on Tuesday with Group A, and it was Kai Fan Lung who eventually came out on top, as you can see, by leg difference, plus 20 to Scott Walters, plus 12, with Robert Owen back in third position. So Kai Fan Lung straight through to Saturday night's final, whilst Scott Walters and Robert Owen progressed into this Group B, and Richard North, Justin Smith and Colin Osborne had to come back this morning when we got Group C underway. And it was a great performance from both David Wazurski and Graham Usher, who both won 4 out of 5 matches. And Aaron Monk, who started the day off with 2 defeats, then reeled off 3 wins to get himself right in the mix. Colin Osborne, Justin Smith and Richard North, all with work to do. Remember, out of this Group C, it's only the top 2 that join the top 3 in tonight's group for Saturday night's final. Well, last Saturday we had 3 players progress through to Champions Week, and Saturday night we'll know another 3. So without further ado, let's have a look at the draw this evening. As I said, 10 matches to bring you. Charles Barstow against Robert Owen will be opening the show. Then it will be Scott Walters against Lee Cox, Rob Collins, Barstow, Owen Walters, Cox Collins, Barstow Walters, Owen Cox, Walters Collins, Cox Barstow, and around about 20 to 1 in the morning, Rob Collins against Rob Owen, the Battle of the Bobs. Well, let's get the action underway with Charles Barstow against Robert Owen. Bit of a history, these two. This is Charles Barstow, 43, from Winchester, 25-gram Harrows dart. Played in the PDC World Championships, nicknamed the Prince. This is Robert Owen, 37, from Ogmore Vale, 23-gram custom dart. And a UK Open semi-finalist, nicknamed Stack Attack. We'll see why when the action gets underway. It's been priced up with Barstow the 1-2 favourite, 6-4 about Robert Owen. Their all-time head-to-head record is 5-4 in favour of Barstow.
Gets chance to throw
but it's
first.
Robert Owen that has
on.
won their last 2 meetings. They met away from the Live League on one occasion on the Challenge Tour 2 years ago. And it was Owen that prevailed, 5-4. In fact, Robert Owen's Live League PB of 111.33 was against Charles Barstow. No surprise, he won 4-0. That was back in Phase 4 of 2021. And Charles Barstow's PB, identical average, 111.33. All the matches, as always, best of 7, 2 points for a win.
180.
Didn't have to wait long for our first max.
140.
Nearly the perfect response, but time on Barstow's side. Tops for a 12 darter.
Game shot on the first leg. Charles Barstow.
An absolutely beautiful start to the night's action. A 180, a ton plus finish, and a 12 dart holder throw.
Second leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
Yes, nicknamed Stack Attack, Robert Owen. As you can see, the darts well below horizontal
58.
to the floor. And he tends to stack them on top of each other. Taylor-esque.
119.
Far more traditional angle of entry for Charles Barstow.
140.
Charles Barstow currently in 50th position on the Challenge Tour Order of Merit after missing out on a tour card this year. He's averaging 88.34, has won 14 of his 24 matches played. Has a high of 97.37.
139. 137. Robert, you require 164.
Robert Owen, of course, was our Phase 2 Champions Week winner only a couple of weeks ago.
71. Chaz, you require 105. 65. Robert, you require 93.
16 for a level game.
Game shot on the second leg.
Clutch
Robert
finish
Owen.
From Robert Owen, taking out the 93, and he needed to. Charles Barstow waiting to break throw.
Third leg, it's Chaz to throw first.
Yeah, Robert Owen had a very good Q score. Finished in 30th position.
180.
Charles Barstow fires in his second 180 of the match, so well up on the reserve list. Won 12 of his 19 matches in Q score, averaged 87.14. Being on that reserve list, he's got in 4 events on the Pro Tour this year. Won 3 of his 6 matches and a running
44.
average of 90.80. On the Challenge Tour, lost in the final in Challenge
60.
Tour 1 to Scott Williams, who we seen came through Saturday night with Stephen Burton and Jim McEwen to take their spot in Champions Week.
140.
He has had wins over Madars Razma, Joe Mernon, Scott Williams on the Pro Tour.
137. 97.
Like the opening leg, on throw, very dominant is Charles Barstow,
60.
living up to that
Chaz, you require
1 to
40.
2 favouritism.
Game shot on the third leg. Charles Barstow.
Well, I suppose we're deep enough in the match to talk about averages, because that was a 14 dart hold from Charles Barstow to go with the 12 in leg 1.
Fourth leg, it's Robert to throw first.
He's currently averaging 115.5 to Robert Owen's 92.
100. 140. 140. 180.
Absolutely on it tonight is Barstow. Confirmation of his average currently 121.57, and we're well
43.
into leg 4. Break a throw is most definitely on the cards. Trouble 20 would have left 36 and the possibility of a 10 dart leg.
$123. Chaz requires 76.
It's like a magnet.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
Oh, that
Charles Barstow.
is an 11 dart breaker throw with a 76 checkout for Barstow. He's now 3 out of 5 on the doubles.
Fifth leg, it's Chaz to throw first. Game
The
on.
average 120.24.
140.
This is outstanding play from Barstow. virtually unplayable.
100.
Make a note of that.
125.
Not for long. Is it 13 scores of a ton or more? 6 scores between a ton and 139.
60.
4 140s and 3 180s.
$140.
This could be a record average if he goes out in
100.
2.
Charge required 96. $60.
Would have been back-to-back 11s and winning legs of 12, 14, 11, 11.
100. Charge required 36.
All about making sure of the leg and the match now. Isn't it? It's mad, isn't it?
28.
It's just in your mind as
Robert,
a player,
you
you
141.
know when you're up around personal best kind of pace.
89. Charge require 8. $4.
Remarkable.
Robert, you require 52.
7 darts at a double in the leg. And his average is now come down to 110. That is a 17 dart breaker throw for Owen. That was 7 missed match
Sixth
darts.
leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on. $140.
5 140s apiece. 10 140s in 5 and a bit
99.
legs. The average still outstanding, of course. I think had the 96 gone in, it would have been a new live league record. It would have been around 121.
80.
And it would have beaten his personal best by some 10 points. Playing on the 18s because
112.
a 140 would have left the bogey 162.
180.
180 number 4.
$60. Charge required 142.
Possibility of a new personal best if he takes this out. Cancel that. He's got the
37.
finishing line flutters.
Robert, you require 130.
Single 20 leaves ball.
105. Charge required 105.
Started the match with the 105 finish. It's gone a different way here. 88 left, that's a 17. It's got to be trouble 20 the way he's been in, isn't it?
57. Robert, you require 25.
Double 8 for a level game.
No score.
Wrong bed. Next door.
Charge required 48.
Tops. 10s.
28. Robert, you require 25. Game shot on the 6th leg. Robert Owen.
Didn't think he'd miss again, and he didn't. And despite the 180 in the leg, it is Owen that levels this game up when we go to a last leg shootout.
7th and final leg. It's Chaz to throw first.
Leg He's left 96 after 9.
93.
36 after 10 darts. And he's locked at 3 apiece. Robert Owen free rolling.
140. 99. 42.
That's the 9 off.
89.
Minimum of a ton needed here for Owen. Just to keep with Barstow.
99.
Identical. Absolute parity. 9 thrown apiece. 3 all in legs. 220 in score.
100. 140. Charge to require 120.
Shanghai. Single, treble, double. So Owen is going to get a poke at 80.
44.
For an unlikely win
Robbie
here.
require 80.
He's just hung on to his coattails and taken his chances. Double 10. Thought that was in. I should imagine he did.
Game.
Well, that is.
And the match. Robert Owen.
And a 7th leg, 15 dart breaker throw with the 80 checkout does secure the win for Robert Owen, and he picks up his first 2 points against the weekly favourite for this Phase 3 Week 2. Barstow 101.01 the average, 11 points behind Owen, but it's all about timing. 50% on the doubles, and that is where the game was won and lost for both. Exciting, exciting game of darts. Right, when we come back, it's Scott Walters against Lee Cox. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Up next, match number 2 of 10 in the opening stages of this Group B, and it's Scott Walters against Lee Cox. Been in good form this week. Scott Walters finished in second position in Group A and produced some good stuff along the way. This is our first look at Lee Cox this evening. 37 from Crawley, uses a 22-gram Chizzy dart. London County
first
team
leg, it's
captain.
Scott to throw first. Game on.
I had a couple of wonderful seasons representing London. Many moons ago now, probably about 20 years. But yeah, Scott Walters, over the 10 matches and 2 days of Group A, had a running average of 91.59, a high of 100.2, and finishing stats of 40.91%. Lee Cox's
125.
running average coming into this from his previous live league action, 85.27, a high of 104.15.
100.
And it's Scott Walters who's the 8 to 15 favourite. Lee Cox at 11 to 8. We've already seen one upset this evening.
96.
According to the odds makers, of course. And the one meeting these two have had
96.
has been on the, or been in Q School in 2020. It
100.
was Lee Cox who won that one, 5 legs to 3. Scott Walters has played 5 events on the Challenge Tour this year,
80.
winning 6 from 11. Averaging 81.36 there. Had a disappointing
24.
Q School.
Lee require 40. Game shot on the first leg. Lee Cox.
As Lee Cox finds a break of throw in leg 1. And the county captain going along very nicely.
Second leg, it's Lee to throw first.
And Lee had a much better Q School than Scott Walters. Finished 47th in the order of merit, running average
100.
of 86.63. Won 9 of 16 matches, a high of 95.37. Wins over Josh Richardson,
60.
Jason Hogg twice, Leighton Bennett. Currently on the Challenge Tour, he's played all 10 events.
180.
He's won 8 of 18 matches played.
85.
Currently sat in 93rd position, a running average of 83.94, a high of 103.47.
96. 60. Lee require 125.
That leaves a ton.
50. 95. Lee requires 75.
Tops.
55.
Would have been for back-to-back 15s, but he'll be back. Totally outscoring Walters at the moment. They're both in. Trouble 19. Or trouble 15.
127.
For the 19s.
Lee require 20. Game shot on the second leg. Lee Cox
doubles his lead with a 17 dart hold of throw. A 180 in the leg as well. 2-0.
Third leg, it's Scott to throw first.
And Lee Cox using a 22-gram Chizzy dart.
96.
Do believe made by Target. If you like the old Bristow dart, these are a very, very
100.
similar dart. I've used them myself for quite a while. Before we're moving over to the Windmount Foxfire.
60.
Which just has a little bit more grip, slightly wider
97.
rings in the dart.
$140. 180.
So 180 in each of the last two legs for Lee Cox.
135. Lee, you require 124.
Can't finish now. 90 left. 34 scored. Just confirming with
52.
our referee.
Scott, you require 70.
Globe-trotting Charlie Colstefine.
50. Lee, you require 72.
There's a few options here. He went for treble 20 for double 6, and he's missed the big 17 to get a dart at the ball.
$32. Scott, you require 20.
Been a highlight of his play so far this week, the doubles for Walters.
Game shot on the third leg.
And
Scott Walters.
the double 5 doesn't let him down. It wasn't a pretty leg, an 18 dart hold of throw, but at least he's got a chalk on the board and he's in the match
Fourth leg,
now.
it's Lee to throw first.
Still work to do, of course, because he is that break of throw down.
180.
180s now in each of the last three legs.
140.
Had 4 from Barstow in the opening match. That was the phrase
60.
that Bobby George beautifully coined. Scores for show,
100.
doubles for dough. There's plenty of dough on offer. Each phase now worth £35,000. The Champions Week winner walking away with a cool £6,000.
91.
Not managed to catch Robert Owen at the bar yet. I will help him spend a bit of that £6,000 he picks up
95.
just a couple of
Lee,
weeks
you
ago.
require 170.
Put it past him the way he's been finding the red bit. There's one of them. There's the other.
127. 98. Lee, you require 43.
Tops for 3-1. Should be a good guide.
3.
Went the other side.
Scott, you require 68.
This will hurt. Double 4.
64. Lee, you require 40. Game shot on the fourth
No mistake
leg.
this time.
Lee Cox.
Winning legs so far in this match. 15, 17 and 16 for Lee Cox. And he's just one away.
Fifth leg, it's Scott to throw first. $78.
Confirmation of the averages. Very respectable.
140.
Robert Owen produced an incredible comeback from 3-1 down. Can Scott Walters do the same?
60.
Charles Barstow, chance to redeem himself. He's up next.
100.
Facing our fifth and final player of this group, Rob Collins.
140. 85.
Good recovery. Just keeping the pressure on Walters. He has no room to manoeuvre. 3 legs remain. He has to win
87.
them all. And he's left himself on a big out. Another treble 20. Lee will be coming back for 36, unless Walters can find 2 treble 20s and double 8. Yes, double 8.
120.
Thickness of a wire away.
Lee required 36. 18.
Well, like
Scott, you
Barstow,
require 16.
missed match darts at a double.
Game shot on the 5th leg. Scott Walters.
And that will frustrate Lee Cox, but he does have the darts in the 6th.
6th leg, it's Lee throwing first. $140.
That's the way to start the leg on throw. With a minimum of a big 2 treble visit.
$85.
Lee Cox still maintaining a very respectable average.
81.
Well, they both are 88.77 for Walters, 95.29 for Cox currently.
85.
51 points in front plus these.
60. 43.
No real damage done. Finds the trouble. Love another. Gets another.
140.
It's a 5th 140 in the match. 3 180s. 6 scores of between a ton and 139.
60. Lee require 80.
There's no pressure on the 80.
60.
'Pressure now, though.
180. Lee require 20.
5.
10.
Oh dear.
Scott, you require 48.
He's doing a Barstow.
Game shot on the 6th
Super
leg.
final dart.
Scott Walters.
Smallest of adjustments, so more match darts missed for Lee Cox. We go to a decider, and it's Walters that has the throw.
7th and final leg. It's Scott to throw first. $100.
Lee Cox in this match now has missed 15 darts
60.
at a double. That's pretty much a whole leg.
$57.
other statistic,
60.
including the 140s and 180s and total scores of a ton or more
76.
combined is in favour of Lee Cox. He's had 14, 12 for Walters.
140.
Didn't he need that? Both players have had double trouble. There's been 23 in total missed in the match between them.
140. 100. Scott, you require 128.
Look to the heavens for Coxey. He knows that may not have been enough.
92.
Walters
Lee,
has
you
left
require
36.
141.
So 60. So if Walters can convert
88.
for 36, he
Scott, you
will
require
have replicated
36.
the feat produced
Game, shots, and the match.
by
Scott
Robert Owen,
Walters.
who came from 3-1 down to win it 4-3. Walters has done exactly the same. 88.76 the average for Walters, 91.51 for Lee Cox. As I mentioned, an absolute shedload of missed darts at a double, and they proved costly for Cox. Right, when we come back after the break, it's Rob Collins against Charles Barstow.